Welcome to my channel, all of you. Hope you all are well, fit, and fine. Here I come with my new video today. And in this video, we are going to start one of the very interesting part of mathematics, trigonometry. Okay? In this video, you will learn about the basic concepts of trigonometry. And in my view, trigonometry plays a very vital role in our day-to-day life and in mathematics, in the world of mathematics. That is why many times I usually say about trigonometry that it is the heart of mathematics. So if you want to gather concepts of trigonometry, first of all you need to know the basic concept of trigonometry. You are familiar with many sections of mathematics, like arithmetic we have algebra, right? We have geometry, and one part of the geometry we have as mensuration, right? You all are familiar with this section of mathematics, right? So here we have another section of mathematics which we call it as trigonometry. So let us discuss about trigonometry. What is trigonometry? This word trigonometry is made up of actually three parts. See, you can split the word trigonometry into three parts. Trigonometry. Basically, tri stand for three. Tri means three. And what do you mean by three here, right? In trigonometry, basically we are going to deal with three sides figure, and which we call it what? Triangle. So we will have three angles, we will have three sides. So basically this tri, which means three, indicates triangle, okay, or three angles. Now what do you mean by gono? Gono means sides, okay, and metry means measure or measurement. So in short, if I say what is trigonometry, in this branch what we are going to learn, we are going to learn about angle side measurement. Angle side measurement. The earlier mathematician, the ancient mathematician, very famous Aryabhatta, like Aryabhatta, right, which gave us the symbol of zero, right? So that mathematician came to know that if in a right angle triangle, if one of the angle is known other than 90 degree, we have three angles here now. One angle is 90 degree, one angle is this angle C and angle A. So if any angle other than 90 degree is known, suppose angle C is known, and length of any one side is known, suppose length of side AB is known. So with the help of these two information, angle C and length of side AB, with the help of these two information we can find the length of the remaining sides BC or AC. So what we are doing here and what they have done, that mathematician Aryabhatta and all, what they have done, they basically use angle, right, and then side measurement. So with the help of angle, side, we can find length of other two sides as well. That is why trigonometry in short is known as angle side measurement. In trigonometry, angle generally represent by a Greek letter which is known as theta, which we call it as theta. So what is theta? It is representing an angle, okay. Sometimes we represent an angle with the symbol theta, then we have alpha, then we have beta, gamma is there, phi is there. So many Greek symbol we used in mathematics, okay. So you will learn one by one further. So what I have written here, if one of the angles other than 90 degree is known, say theta, and length of one of the sides is known, one angle is known other than 90 degree and one of the sides is known, then length of other two sides can be found. So we can find that, okay, with the help of these two information. So what we need to do that, what we are required to find the length of other two sides, how we are going to find that. So what we are basically doing, we are basically doing angle side measurement, we will do, okay. So in order to know trigonometry in a proper and sound manner, you need to know about trigonometrical ratios, very important trigonometrical ratios. Now what do you mean by trigonometrical ratios? Let us discuss. Suppose we have a right angle triangle ABC, right? AB, let AB is equals to P. P stand for perpendicular, that is why I am denoting AB as P. BC denoted by B, since it is base, that is why. AC is hypotenuse, so I have denoted AC as H. Let me tell you what is angle theta. It is in this figure, it is angle C, right? Please try to remember this concept, because sometimes what will happen in a question, we need to find trigonometrical ratio with respect to angle A as well, or with respect to angle C as well, okay. So in that case there may be a confusion. So to remove your confusion, you need to know this one. Where angle theta is formed, tell me. This angle is formed between base and hypotenuse. Between base and hypotenuse, right? So with respect to this angle, this is base and this is hypotenuse. Now if I say angle A is there, so angle is formed between base and hypotenuse. In trigonometry we take, if we are concerned about trigonometrical ratios, okay, so trigonometrical ratio always find with angle. So if I am taking angle A, this one, then in that case you need to consider this one as base and this one as hypotenuse. So always remember this, angle formed between base and hypotenuse, okay. Angle formed in a triangle, there are three angles, that we know. But when we are talking about trigonometrical ratios, okay, so trigonometrical ratios always find out with angle. So if I use angle C, then with respect to this angle, this side will act as hypotenuse and this side will act as base. Similarly, if I say angle A, so with respect to angle A, this side will act as hypotenuse and this side will act as base, then, because angle formed between base and hypotenuse. So with respect to that angle, the name of the side will change, okay. Now you will understand it further in detail when we will solve the question. Now sine of angle theta, that is angle C here. Now what do you mean by sine, S-I-N-E? What do you mean by sine of angle theta? It is denoted by sine theta. See, S-I-N, sine, short form, S-I-N, full form is S-I-N-E, okay. So sine of theta, we write like this, sine theta, okay. So what is sine theta? Sine theta is a trigonometrical ratio. What is sine theta? It is a trigonometrical ratio. Now it is, as it is a ratio, so ratio of what? Ratio between perpendicular and hypotenuse. So what is sine theta? Sine theta, sine of this angle is what? It is perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. Now if we find ratio between base and hypotenuse, the whole ratio will change, it is obvious. So the name of this ratio will also change. So what is the name? The name of that trigonometrical ratio where we concerned with base and hypotenuse, so that ratio is known as cosine of the angle. and here that angle is theta. So cosine of angle theta is the ratio of base and hypotenuse, but in short we say cos, not cosine. Okay, so cos of angle theta means base by hypotenuse. It is a ratio, that is why we call it trigonometrical ratio. Now one more ratio between P and B, perpendicular and base. That ratio is known as tan of angle theta, tangent. Okay, so we use short form tan. So tan theta is the ratio of perpendicular and base. Now tell me, if I do reciprocal of this ratio P and H, reciprocal, it will become H by P and the whole ratio will change. If we have a ratio 1:2 and if we do reciprocal of that, it will become 2:1, the whole ratio will change. So reciprocal of sine theta, nothing is there in denominator, 1 is there. So if I do reciprocal of sine theta, it will become 1 by sine theta, and in terms of ratio it will become H by P. This ratio got another name which is known as cosec theta. What we call it? We call it cosec theta. Similarly, if we do reciprocal of cos, it will become 1 by cos, and in terms of ratio it will become H by B, and it got another name which is known as sec theta. So what is sec theta? Sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta. You need to remember like this. And if we do reciprocal of P by B or reciprocal of tan theta, it will become 1 by tan theta, and in terms of ratio it will become B by P, and it got one another name which is known as cot theta. So first of all you need to memorize this one. What is sine, cos, tan of any angle, and whose ratios they are. Are they ratio between perpendicular and hypotenuse, or by base or hypotenuse, or perpendicular by hypotenuse, right? First you need to memorize this one, and with the help of that, if you memorize what are the reciprocal of sine, what is the name of the reciprocal of sine, cos, tan, then it will become very convenient for you to memorize this one as well. So first you need to memorize what is reciprocal of sine. It is cosec. Okay. What is reciprocal of cos? It is sec. What is reciprocal of tan? It is cotangent, or we call it cot. Okay. Now the thing is, sir, you are saying to memorize this one, but it is not very much easy to memorize this one. So in order to memorize this one, that sine is the ratio of perpendicular and hypotenuse, cos is the ratio of base and hypotenuse, I am giving you one trick, a very famous quotation, and with the help of this quotation you will be able to memorize these three: sine, cos, tan. Okay. And what is the quotation? The quotation we have: some people have curly brown hair turned permanently black. Some people have curly brown hair turned permanently black. How? With the help of this quotation you will be able to memorize this one here to here. See, first what we have: some people have. Some people have. So some means sine, people have perpendicular by hypotenuse. So if I ask you what is the ratio of sine, right? Sine is the ratio of what? If I ask you, you will say some people have, sir, P by H. Curly brown hair, curly for cos, brown hair, B by H. Turn permanently black, turn for tan, permanently black, P by B. So if I ask you what tan is the ratio of what, which term makes, which ratio makes tan of any angle, so you will say, you will in your brain you will recall this quotation Some people have curly brown hair. Turn permanently black. Turn permanently black. Sir, tan is P by B, permanently black. So like this, you will be able to memorize these three ratio. And as if you will be able to memorize these three, automatically you will be able to memorize these three as well, because they are reciprocal of the each of the ratio. So this is what we have. 6. We have how many trigonometrical ratios? We have 6 trigonometrical ratios: sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. So with the help of this information, whatever I taught you right now about trigonometrical ratios, we are going to solve one exercise. Let me show you let me show you the exercise from NCERT chapter 8. Here we have. How many questions do we have in this exercise? Exercise 8.1. See. So overall we have 11 questions, right? So we are going to solve this 11 question one by one. And let me tell you one more thing about trigonometrical ratios. See, sine is the ratio of perpendicular and hypotenuse. And we know in a triangle, in a right angle triangle, the largest side is hypotenuse, right? Hypotenuse is greater than base, as well as it is greater than perpendicular. We know this. So in this ratio, since the denominator is greater than the numerator, then we will always have the value of sine theta as less than 1. If I say the value of sine theta is 2, it is wrong. It can never be 2. Its maximum value will be 1. When hypotenuse and perpendicular, the length of hypotenuse and perpendicular will become same. In that case, it will possible, right? That sine theta will become 1. But sine theta can never be greater than 1. The value of sine of any angle can never be greater than 1, because in the denominator we have hypotenuse. So the value of this fraction is always less than 1, because denominator is greater than the numerator. Similarly, the value of cos can never be greater than 1. Why? Because this fraction b by h is always less than 1, because since hypotenuse is greater than base. But in case of tan, since tan is the ratio of perpendicular and base, so in a triangle, in a right angle triangle, perpendicular sometimes may become greater than base, or base becomes sometimes greater than perpendicular. It can happen. So in case of tan can have any value. It may be greater than 1, it may be less than 1, whatever. Okay. Now solve the exercise. Here we have. So let's start with basic one. In a triangle ABC, it is right angle where at B. Okay. So the length of all the three sides are given. AC, AB, CB, all are given. We need to find the value of sine A, cos A, sine C, cos C. Okay. So sine of angle A. So how we are going to find this? Sorry. Here two sides were given. AB and BC were given. So with the help of Pythagoras theorem, we can find hypotenuse. When base and any two sides of a right angle triangle are given, base or perpendicular, you can find hypotenuse. Perpendicular or hypotenuse, you can find base. With the help of Pythagoras theorem, you can find. So since AB and BC is given, so with the help of Pythagoras theorem, we find out what is AC. And it is 25. Done. Now sine of angle A. Let's do this. Sine of angle A, this angle. So as I told you, where angle forms, angle always form between base and hypotenuse. Okay. Try to memorize like this. Then you will be able to grab the concept properly. So this angle, with respect to this angle, this is base, this is hypotenuse. Okay. So sine of angle A. So this is base, this is hypotenuse. So which ratio we call it as sine? some people have. So sine is the ratio of perpendicular and hypotenuse. So sine of this angle, sine of angle A with respect to this angle, this is base and this is hypotenuse, then this is what? BC is perpendicular. So perpendicular by hypotenuse, BC by AC. Sine of angle A must be BC by AC. Okay. Why BC by AC? Because with respect to this angle, this is base and this is hypotenuse. This one is base and this one is hypotenuse. Then this one is what? Perpendicular with respect to this angle, but okay. So sine is the ratio of P by H. Some people have perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. So P by H means BC by, with respect to this angle, this is base and this is hypotenuse. This is base and this is, because this slant one, AC will always hypotenuse. Now, so what will be this? This will be perpendicular. So sine is the ratio of perpendicular and hypotenuse, P by H. So that means BC by AC. That is why we have BC by AC. BC is 7, AC is 25. We got this. Similarly, cos of the same angle, angle A. Cos is the ratio of curly brown hair, B by H. So with respect to this angle, this is hypotenuse, this is base, this is base, this is hypotenuse, and this is perpendicular. So B by H, that means AB by AC. So we got this. Now sine of angle C, sine of angle C, this one. So with respect to this angle, with respect to this angle, with respect to this angle, this is base, this is hypotenuse, and this is perpendicular. So sine is the ratio of perpendicular by hypotenuse, so AB by AC, and we got this. Similarly, cos is the ratio of base by hypotenuse, we got that. Understood? How to, with respect to angle, how to find values of trigonometrical ratio. Now number 2. So in number 2, what we have? In figure, find tan of angle P and cot of angle R. Again, PQ and PR is given, so we can find QR with the help of Pythagoras theorem. Since it is base, so base square is equals to always hypotenuse square minus perpendicular square, right? Hypotenuse square minus perpendicular square give you what? Give you base square. Similarly, if you want to find perpendicular, so perpendicular is equals to hypotenuse, perpendicular square is equals to hypotenuse square minus base square. So with the help of Pythagoras theorem, we know what is QR, 5 cm. Now we need to find tan of angle P. So with respect to this angle, as I told you, angle always formed between base and hypotenuse. So with respect to this angle, this is base and this is hypotenuse and this is perpendicular. So P H B. Now what is tan? Tell me. Tan is the ratio of turn permanently black, P by B. P by B. That means QR divided by PR. QR divided by PQ. This one. Okay. Why? Because tan with this angle, with respect to this angle, this is base, this one is hypotenuse, and this one is perpendicular. So tan is the ratio of P by B. So P means QR and B means PQ. And we got this. Now cot of angle R. Cot of angle R, this angle. So with respect to this angle, this is, with respect to angle R, this one is base, this one is perpendicular, and this one is, this one is, let me show you again. With respect to this angle, this one is base, this one is hypotenuse, right? And this one is perpendicular. Now you know what is perpendicular, what is base, what is hypotenuse. So cot of r is this. So what is p, tan p minus qr? Now we know the values. This minus this equals to 0. Let's do the next one. So sine of angle A is given, and we need to find cos of angle A and tan of an angle A. For this type of question, let me tell you one thing. If value of one of the trigonometrical ratios is given, either sine given, cos given, whatever is given. So with the help of the value of a trigonometrical ratio, with the help of sine, cos or whatever, with the help of the value of one trigonometrical ratio, you will be able to find the rest of the 5 trigonometrical ratios. Here we have sine as given. So with the help of this information, we can find the remaining 5 trigonometrical ratios: cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. How? See, sine of angle A is given. So we have drawn one triangle ABC, and since sine of angle A is given, so we have written A here for this simplicity. It will become convenient. Okay. So sine of angle A is given 3/4. Since it is a ratio, so it can be divided by a common factor. Let it be kk. So we can say, since sine is a ratio of what? Some people have p by h. So here the value of p is 3 and base as p by h. P is 3 and hypotenuse as 4. So let perpendicular as 3k and hypotenuse as 4k, since it is a ratio, that is why. So with the help of Pythagoras theorem, we can find AB. Since we know this one and this one, so we can find AB. So AB turn out as root 7k. Now we need to find cos of, now we know all the 3 sides in terms of k of triangle ABC. So we can find any trigonometrical ratio. That is what I was saying. So cos of angle A, cos of this angle, base by hypotenuse, AB by AC, k cancel out, we got root 7/4. Similarly tan A, turn permanently black, base P by B, 3k by root 7k, k cancel out, 3 by root 7. And if you need to find any trigonometrical ratio, if I ask you what is sec A, you can find. What is cosec A, you can find. Okay. Let's do the next sum. Here we have 15 cot A is equals to 8. You need to find what will be the value of sin A and sec A. Okay. So first of all, what is given? 15 cot A is equals to 8. 15 cot A is equals to 8. So what will be cot A then? 8 by 15. So cot is the ratio of what? In that case, you need to know first, cot is the reciprocal of tan. Tan is the ratio of tan permanently black, P by B. So it will become B by P. So B will become 8 and P will become 15 with K. Okay. So that is why we have B by P. So B is 8K and P is 15K. And one more thing, we are taking A here. We need to consider A here because cot of A is given. That is why. If you write A here, so in that case you need to consider this angle. With respect to this angle, you need to consider what is base, what is hypotenuse, what is perpendicular. Then you will be able to plot the given. So CB and AB is known. So we can find with the help of Pythagoras theorem what is AC. AC is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square, and we got as 17K. Now what we need to find? Sin A and then sec A. Sine of angle A. So sine is the ratio of perpendicular and hypotenuse. Some people have perpendicular and hypotenuse. So 15k by 17k. K cancel out. This sec. Sec is the ratio of what? First you need to memorize. Sec is the reciprocal of cos. Cos is the ratio of curly brown here, base by hypotenuse. So sec will become hypotenuse by base. So here hypotenuse is AC, base is AB. K cancel out. 17 by 18. 17 by 8.